Hey guys, today is another one of my favorites. I do very few series on my channel, but the ones I do I really stick to because I just love doing them so much. And today what we're going to be doing is really decluttering my makeup box again. It's insane how much overflow is happening right now. And I need to clear it out because it's just sort of blowing my mind how messy my makeup box has become because so many products had migrated into it. Somehow, I don't know, mysterious migration of makeup products, but I really need to do something about it because it's a mess. It's like it's overflowing. There's absolutely not enough space in the box. So this mess needs to be cleaned up, and let's do it together today. One of the most fun videos to film for me. Let's go. So guys, let's start with base products. There's a lot to get rid of. Maybe let's start with primers and what I would put in that category really. So this is what we have. Really, obviously the Juice Beauty is staying. I love my Juice Beauty. It's a primer I use the most and most frequently. The Smashbox Under Eye thing, I still haven't really given it a good chance, so I have to keep it. I just am not ready to say that this sucks. I kind of had been liking it when I was wearing it, but I've only worn it like 4 or 5 times since last declutter, so I need to make a point of it. If by next declutter I haven't worn it and I haven't formed an opinion of it, this will need to be decluttered because it's just, then I'm not picking it up, it's just sitting there going bad. So this will stay. Meteorites Baby Glow Touch from Guerlain is not really a product that is a primer. I'm not really sure what it is. They say it's an illuminator. I'm sort of using it kind of as a whatever. It's multicolored, so as a highlighter slash blush slash all over glow. I put it in primers because I just wasn't sure where else to include it. I will be keeping it, but it's not really a primer. This is okay. I really don't like the packaging. The packaging seems quite cheap to me. They could have done better. But I mean, it's not, it's nice. Like if it was a drugstore product, I'd be like, this is a great drugstore product, but for Guerlain, I just was expecting more. Now, this Sparkle Hydrating Moisturizing Under Eye Primer by Laura Geller, I've actually used up some of it. It's still within its expiration date. I just don't use it. I don't pick it up. I will always prefer my Juice Beauty, winter or summer. So it doesn't really hold up to the standards that the Juice Beauty has set, although I really like it and it's a really nice moisturizing makeup primer. If it had a good SPF in it, I would absolutely keep it. But since there's no SPF and it's just pretty much a moisturizing sort of, if you could compare it, probably very similar to the Too Faced RX primer, which is really also very good, but I just don't have enough space in my makeup world for it, so I'll find it a new home. Although I don't not recommend it. This actually is a good hydrating primer. If you like the Too Faced hydrating primer, then I would recommend you try this one. So this one will go. Now let's move on to the next section. All right, so let's get on to foundation. So you know that Dior Capture Total is a foundation that I have in my project pan. So obviously this is going to stay. As you can see, I'm making steady progress on it. And normally I mix it with Cover FX custom cover drops. So, you know, I've raved about this product forever. This is in intense, slightly lighter than my skin tone. And I'm mixing it in to lighten the Dior because Dior is slightly too dark for me. But I'm going to put this aside and put it back into my collection because I do want to try this guy. This guy is LA Pro Coverage, oh my goodness, HD High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. Basically, it's a white mixer. I wish I could find a white mixer in a more natural formulation, but so far I haven't been able to, and I do need to lighten some of the foundations I plan to finish up. So Dior Capture Total needs a bit of a lighten for me. As you can see, this is not exactly my skin tone. It's about a shade too dark. So I'll be trying out this one and I'll tell you about it. And it's quite affordable. It's really affordable from the drugstore. So this might be a winner, who knows? And I will talk about the ingredients later. These two are staying. then I have to say one of these is going. So this is obviously not going because this is new. This is Vapor Beauty Illusionist Stick Makeup in 015. This is my summer shade. This is not a highlighting shade on me. This pretty much is half a shade darker than my current complexion, but currently I'm at the lightest I will be. So this one will work very well this summer. I will try it out. This product was sent to me kindly from Vapor Beauty. And Vapor Beauty has fantastic rave reviews. I haven't formed an opinion about this because I've only worn it so far a total of one time because it had arrived a day ago. So obviously I haven't had time to play with it. I want to form a better opinion about it. Stick foundations usually don't do great on my skin because usually they're a bit drying. This one, however, so far is nice and creamy and blended into my skin that one time that I used it very, very nicely. So I will keep playing with it, and this is definitely staying. And Burt's Bees Goodness Glows. I have such mixed feelings about it, and I really tried to make it work for about 2 months, but I have to say this is just not meant for my skin type. Goodness Glows makeup from Burt's Bees is a great formula. It's fairly clean. It's really good for fair skin tone people. They don't have an expansive shade range, but it's not terrible. And they have shades that are lighter than my skin tone, which is rare, I have to say. So this is in porcelain, and this was a little too light for me, so I had to work with it. I did do a review on it, and I do think this might be, obviously I can't guarantee for sure, but this might be a good product for oilier skin types. Now on my dry skin, this didn't look great. It looked a bit cakey, it didn't blend in fantastically, and just in general, I think I could do much better than this. So this one I'll try to find a new home for because it's fairly new. It's only been a couple months since I purchased it, and perhaps an oilier skin type will be happier with the results than I would not recommend it for drier skins. You can make it work with addition of oil, or if you spread it on top of oil, the blendability obviously improves, but I would just go with something else, to be honest. So this one is for Declutter. All right, let's move on to concealers. There's not going to be a ton of action here because I am actually testing out a couple of things. So Dermablend I already mentioned. This is a very nice cream high coverage foundation, which I use as a concealer because I just don't require this much coverage. Mine is in Warm Ivory 10N. I probably should get a cooler shade, but again, this was one of my last drops, which put me over the edge where I'm not listening to sales associates because this is just a tad yellow for me. Not too yellow. This is very, very usable. But if I do repurchase this product in the future, which I'm not sure that I will, I probably would because this is fantastic unless I find a really clean alternative to this. I would repurchase it in a slightly pinker shade. But this is really, really good, so this can stay. A Benefit Boing. I got rid of the one that you saw in Lost Declutter in number 2. This is number 1. So this is actually the correct shade for me, but I'm just not reaching for it right now. My under eye circles have not been terrible, so I will put that back into my drawers and pull it out at some point later when I want to refresh my concealer game. Right now I just think I have too much going on. My MAC Paint Pot obviously is going to stay because this is the best primer for my 24-hour shifts. Like you can see, I actually hit pan on it because it is just so, you know, it's plentiful. There's so much product, it's impossible to use up. But regardless of that, I've actually managed to hit pan. This is in Soft Ochre. You can find your shade, definitely. There are so many shades in MAC line. This is not particularly clean, but I haven't found a base on which my shadows actually hold up for 24 hours, which they do with this one. And I have 24-hour shifts, so far I haven't found an alternative. This will be staying. Then we have 3 concealers left. These 2 are new. I'm trying out the Tarte concealers, the Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and this one is in the shade Fairly Light. This is very, very moisturizing for the under eye. And the other one is Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof 12-Hour Concealer. I have to say I'm more impressed with the stick version. This isn't fair. I'm more impressed with the stick version so far, but I haven't given these two enough chance to really make a call on which one I like better or whether I declutter one or the other. But so far, these two are gonna stay. And this guy from Guerlain, I don't like. This was in my project pan. I put it back into, I basically got rid of it from project pan. I put it back into my collection, and I just have come to the conclusion there's so many better things out there. This is the Guerlain Multi-Perfecting Concealer Hydrating Blurring Effect in 01 Clair d'Oreille, light warm. And this is bad for me. This is a terrible shade match. It has very little coverage. It's not creamy. I didn't find it was hydrating. This was a waste of space. So this one I am decluttering. Bye-bye. All right, so we have 3 contouring slash bronzing things here. 1 powder, and this is the Guerlain Terracotta Lady Tan Magnifying Powder. This is in every single of my declutters because this is in my project pan and I'm using it up, and I'm not getting rid of it obviously because project panning it. Hi! Then we have 4 powders. The only one that I'm going to keep in this makeup box is this Youngblood mineral rice powder. I actually like this. This is not the best product Youngblood has, but they have some amazing products. They have a fail. Please pay attention to the fact that this is not their foundation. It's not their loose foundation. I did not like at all that foundation that they had. I hated it. I thought it looked horrible on my dry skin. But this loose setting powder, the rice powder, is really, really quite nice. Finely milled, lightweight, not long-ish wearing, wears pretty well. This is a keeper for sure, so this stays. Out of these 3, these 2 are going to migrate back into my drawers. So Bare Minerals Original, a favorite, but for now I'm going to give it a rest. And the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator, also one of my favorites, and both of them I love, but I just want to use something like the Youngblood right now. So these are migrating back into the my drawers. And this Bobbi Brown one is the Illuminating Brick in Pastel Peach, Brightening Brick, sorry. It's an illuminating powder that was trying to do what Guerlain Meteorites were doing, but poorly. There's some chunks of glitter here. It doesn't really, I mean, this is so mediocre. I did not expect Bobbi Brown to come out with such a mediocre product. Didn't love it. This can go and find another home. Bye-bye. So let's discuss this. A bit of a twist. Let's start with a powder product. This is my Dior blush in the color Lady Red. I've raved about it and was very happy with it last time I decluttered. But since then, I've pulled into my rotation a Tarte blush palette. And I've been enjoying this a ton. Quite honestly, I have not reached in the last month for this thing for the Dior blush, which I do like, and I think it's a very nice color, very nice blush, very neutral and universally flattering product. I have something kind of similar here anyway, this guy, and I do enjoy this formula better. I like it better, I'm sorry. So I will be keeping my Tarte blushes, and I will actually let go of this Dior one because it's just, I'm not reaching for it. It's not my top shelf, so this can go. I'll find a better home for it. And then we have a couple of cream blushes, and I'm quite excited about both of these. I'm a little bit weary of this Benefit one. This is Fine 1-1 Benefit Cream Blush. And why I'm weary, I'll tell you. I love the idea of sort of multicolored stick blushes because that's what I love. I love multi-use products. I love sticks because sticks are just so easy to use. But I'm a little bit afraid of this orange. I'm not so sure if I like it. I've used it a few times and I'm still not sort of sold on the whole orange on the cheeks thing because I am neutral to cool tone skinned, and it's just orange. I wish the orange wasn't there. If it was just these 2 colors, I would enjoy that better. But I'm still going to try it out a little bit more, but this is definitely a candidate for declutter just because of the colorway of this thing. However, I'll give it a chance, a fair chance, and then we'll see. This is a new addition to my collection. Vapor Beauty kindly sent me this guy and a couple of other products, and this is called Aura Multi-Use in Intrigue. I have to say, why I chose to sort of work with vapor is because They're clean, just what I like in a brand. They're clean, fantastic ingredients, higher end, and really nice formulations. They have amazing reviews online. This is basically why I wanted to go with them. And it's widely liked products actually in the green community, apparently, as far as I can tell. So I've used this one today. This is a nice color they picked for me, so this will work for my skin tone. It's a nice creamy consistency. I have not formed an opinion. I'll tell you if I don't like it. I don't have a problem telling you I don't like it, even if it was sent. But so far so good, but I haven't formed an opinion on this quite yet, so stay tuned about the multi-stick. Today it's on my cheeks, lips, and eyes, by the way, if you're curious. All right, highlighters. Here we have a diverse population of only 3 highlighters, and all of them I love, just to be sure. First of all, you know how I feel about the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. This is my favorite powder, cream to powder, or powder to cream, whatever it is formula. You can see I'm forming a dip in it because I love it. I really want to keep using it, so I am going to keep it because I love it. I want to use it more. This is a really good one, so this one is staying. This Ilamasca, wonderful little guy. It's a cream blusher in the color Lies, but it's a very wet looking, sort of very, very dewy, wet look on the cheeks, kind of cream highlighter. I love this thing. You can see I've been using it a ton, and it's in my project pan, so this one is staying. And then this multi-stick from Bite, and this is Pink Pearl. I am struggling to find a good way to use it because it is a glittery product, and I thought springtime I will be playing with it all the time. It's actually nice on lips. I think I am going to keep it in still and sort of give it another chance and try to wear it more on lips, because on cheeks, like, I don't wear glitter on cheeks. On eyes, it's not a super long wearing product, although it's a multi-stick, but on lips this is really, really nice. So I will keep it, I will keep using it, and then I think by next month I'll know what I think of it. So it stays. So we have a lot to get through here. A decent amount will be decluttered actually. So let's deal first with these cream shadows, Illusion d'Ombre from Chanel. As you can see, 2 of them I'm using a lot, and 1 of them I'm not using as much. So this Rouge Noir, I've changed my mind about. This is not a bad product. This is really nice. But to be honest, I have Clinique Black Honey in the powder shadow format, and I'm using it way more, and it's a very, very similar look. This one creases much faster. So out of the 2, I like my Clinique one better. So this one can find a new home, and somebody will enjoy it for sure. However, these 2, the Épatante and the Impulsion, I'm keeping because, as you can see, I'm using them a ton, and they are well worth the trouble. Very, very nice shimmery cream products with beautiful Chanel micro glitter. They are staying for sure. Out of the 2 pigments that I have in right now, this Yves Rocher Rose Gold pigment is going to go. I'm not reaching for it. And this Melon pigment by MAC is going to stay because I'm still playing with it and I haven't really made my mind up about it. This is fun so far. So this will stay. I have 3 smaller sized palettes. And I will be keeping the MAC one because you can see that I love it. I use it a ton. This is a great palette for me, so this will stay. And this Wet n Wild one will stay. This Wet n Wild one is in Silent Treatment. It's one of the newer releases. It's pretty new. I just picked it up recently, but I love it. And I love Wet n Wild shadows. This one looks fantastic. They added a transition shade, which now makes this a perfect little quad for me. These are my kind of colors, so this one stays. In terms of decluttering, actually both of these surprisingly higher end products will be decluttered. This Dior Quint in 777 Exalt, I bought because obviously of this red color. I've played around with it. It doesn't look great on me, but it was fun to play. I'm over it. I'm not reaching for this palette. This is fairly new, so this can really do good things for somebody else, whereas for me it's just gonna hang out in the back of my drawers until it expires and I toss it. So this one is a goner, bye-bye. And same I can say about this MAC palette. This is times 15 cool neutral. This is my color palette. but I'm reaching for other things more. Like I'm reaching for my little palettes more. I have this wonderful little It Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette that I love and reach for a lot, and they really have a lot of similar tones. So I mean, I'm not reaching for it. This can find a better place to live. So I'm gonna say bye-bye to this MAC palette. Okay, let's move on to lashes. There's not that much that's gonna be gone here. I am trying out two mascaras that are natural. This one from Burt's Bees I'm wearing today, and I've been liking more now that it dried out a bit. It has a pokier bristles, so you need to actually get used to it in order to not hurt yourself. But once you get used to it, it's not that bad at all. I might even repurchase this. This looks really nice on my lashes. It's lengthening, not a ton of volume, but it's lengthening and defining. And then I am just starting to test out the Tarte Gifted, and so far I'm loving it, mostly because of the brush. The brush is my favorite. This is a sort of natural bristle brush. It's fuzzy but not too huge. So far, it's too early to talk about it, but so far I've been liking it. So these two are definitely staying. This one I've been using a ton and I've been loving. This is Urban Decay Perversion. I love the brush, as you can tell. I love these types of brushes, but this started drying out, so this can be decluttered actually into empties. In terms of these two, I'm still sort of playing with the Smashbox Photo Finish Lash Primer. This is a nice lash primer. It doesn't beat my Dior, but it's a close second. And it's a little bit of a weirder brush. It has that like longer comb section over here. So you have to get used to using it, but so far I've been enjoying it. I don't think I'll be buying it again, but I do like it, so this will stay. This one I'm torn on. This is Mascara Vinyl Couture from Yves Saint Laurent in the green color. And this is a really beautiful green color. It's a gel mascara. This is emerald green lashes, basically. I don't absolutely love the brush. I don't absolutely love the formula, but I absolutely do love the color. So I think I'm going to play with it a little bit longer before I do declutter. I'm not going to be repurchasing this, but I do like it enough to keep it for now. And now we have a monstrous collection of lip products that somehow made their way in. Unfortunately, some of them have expired, I found out, and I need to declutter them. So the ones that have expired are some of these sugar ones. So let me smell them. I think 2 of them are expired and 2 of them are newer, so they're better. So this is expired. This is sugar and cherry, and it hurts me to throw these out, but if it expired, it's expired. Like I can't do anything about it. I just have to do more judicious about using them up. This is Tulip. This seems okay. Hold on. This is Petal. Oh, that one's definitely off. And this is one of my favorite colors, so what a shame. And then we also have Rosé or Rose. And this Rosé or Rose one is actually still fine. So 2 of them I will be keeping and 2 of them I'll be decluttering just because they're expired. Another thing that is expired is this Bite Beauty lipstick. Unfortunately, it did change smell, and it's one of my favorites. It's Pepper, but this is still Luminous Cream lipstick. So before they were the amuse-bouche, so it is older. I still have a decent amount left in it, but I did use quite a bit. However, it is expired, so it needs to be tossed. Natural products expire faster. That's normal. So this needs to be tossed, but I will repurchase this obviously, but I'm not going to use expired makeup. A couple of colors that I'm passing on are these 2. This one is from Bite from one of the sets, and this is my least favorite color. This is in Honeycomb. A little bit too peachy for me, so I will be passing it on to somebody else to enjoy. But the formula is fantastic. This is their amuse-bouche lipstick, and I've kept every other color that came in the set, but this one can be enjoyed by somebody else, and it's new. Then we have this Guerlain lipstick that I'm going to pass on as well, and this is 701 Shine Automatique. This is a lovely lip balm with some glitter, basically. You can't feel the glitter on the lips, but I'm just not going to use it. I know it's going to go bad before I get to it, so it's going to go. Then we have a couple of lip glosses here. This Vapor lip gloss was sent to me. It is in color Elixir. No, it's Elixir Plumping Gloss in the color Trust. I love these, and why I pulled these two Guerlain ones was to compare the formula. And actually, the formula is basically identical. I don't really necessarily notice much plumping, but I've just started using the Vapor one. But it is so similar to the Guerlain Gloss d'Enfer formula. They are basically the same. So I am going to declutter one of these. This is in the color 460. That can find a better home. This is basically transparent. And I'm going to keep these two. I'm obviously going to keep the Vapor because I'm still playing with it. And the Gloss d'Enfer in 416 one from Guerlain. And I will do like a direct video comparison because to me they're super similar formulas, except Vapor is clean. Guerlain is more expensive. I think that that'd be fun to compare. So I'm going to keep those two with me, as well as these two. And then out of these two, I'm going to declutter both, but not because I don't like them. This one is getting hard to sharpen. It's very short, and it's just time to let go of. This is my lip liner from Bite in the color 34. I've loved it. I've used it. It's hard to get into the sharpener and twist, and it now starting to crumble a little bit because I'm fumbling with it, trying to sharpen it. So it's just time to let go. Bye-bye. And this By Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayon in the color Glacé. I actually, unfortunately, wanted to finish off, but this also expired. So I need to be careful about By Beauty products because they do expire faster, and I need to be more diligent about using them up. So this one is a goner, but I did have it for about 2 years, and I think they're only good for 12 months as far as I can tell. So it's not the product's fault. I just have too many products to use, and I am getting rid of all the expired stuff. So this one goes bye-bye. All right, let's get all the makeup back into the makeup box. Let's do this. So I hope it was fun for you to declutter the makeup box with me. It's been an interesting process. I'm really getting rid of a lot. Some things that I've used up, some things that I don't like, most things that I don't like or don't love anymore. Let me know if you are of the same philosophy where you are not keeping things that don't bring you a ton of enjoyment, joy, and satisfaction. Are you as easy to get rid of things as I am? And if not, then why? Obviously, there are financial reasons that are always in place, and that's very important. For me, I would much rather just keep only the things that I really, really love and get rid of the things that I don't. And that's how my makeup collection works. Let me know how yours does. I'm always curious to know. I hope you guys have a good day. See you later. Bye-bye.